Hello, this is Blake here at the Steel Donut with Connor and Bob, and we are going to be reading This Is His Story.
Whose story is it?
His story.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was his story or her story or someone else's story.
It's a Jet Grind radio fan fiction by Nintendo Nerd 4287, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
Let me just and I'll read the description for it, and it'll give you a pretty good indication of what you're in for. Have you ever wondered about the start of the GGs? About why these teens felt they had to express themselves through graffiti? About how Beat felt when he first met Gum?
Nope.
Nope,
never wondered. See you later.
Yeah. Oh, and then we have a quote. There are no ordinary people. You have never met a mere mortal. C.S. Lewis.
Good on them.
C.S. Lewis is definitely the person I'm looking for a quote from when I'm,
Jet Grind Radio.
Jet Grind
Jet
Radio.
Set Radio.
I remember all the Christian overtones in Jet Grind Radio.
It was a very religious game. Remember when Beat was just he spread his arms and he was just like Jesus?
Yeah. He spread his arms and then he brought his legs up and he grabbed his skates and you got 500 points.
Wait, wasn't Jet Grind Radio actually just a parable of the Bible? I mean, didn't at the end of, I mean, maybe I'm remembering the story wrong, but didn't Beat die for the sins of all mankind?
Yeah. Yeah, he
did.
Okay,
yeah, that is the game.
He did. Oh my gosh, yeah, wow.
Oh, wow.
Alright,
Jeez.
well, I'm going to read the disclaimer. I don't usually do that, but this one's pretty funny. Jet Set...
No, first you have to read the summary.
The summary,
which is the description over again, so don't read the summary.
Don't read the summary.
Alright, the disclaimer is, Jet Set Radio belongs to Sega and all others affiliated. If I owned it, it would be a lot more realistic, meaning not every single cop within a 10-mile radius would be trying to kill these teenage rebels. Plot is mine.
Sons of bitches!
This author...
He's like... He took his disclaimer as a chance. Here's where I can complain about game mechanics.
I love when people do that. I love when people are like, if I owned it, it would be blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
blah.
If
I love when they have a disclaimer because, that's... I wonder if there's a single author on here, on fanfiction.net or anywhere writing fanfiction, who owns the property.
I mean, it's
any of them.
It's pretty much a given that you don't own it.
Right. You don't need to leave it.
Alright, well, author's notes. Seriously, though, isn't the law enforcement in that game just a tad too harsh? I could totally see a bunch of thieves, murderers, and sex offenders taking advantage of the situation. Anyway, I have a ton of fanfiction ideas in my head, so I decided to start them all and continue on the ones with feedback that I know for sure people want, like Neverland Pirates Origins, so that I can get feedback on the stared ones during that time and I won't forget anything. Sound like a good plan? Cool. I love this game for two reasons. One, you're actually playing the politically correct bad guy by expressing yourself through graffiti, and two, the music is awesome. I find most video game music annoying, but I downloaded the soundtrack to this game on my phone for free, and I love it. I talk too much. On with the plot.
I think I agree with maybe one thing they said there, which is I talk too much.
I'd agree with two things if he said I'm a complete douchebag.
Did he say he's a complete douchebag?
Sadly, no.
Oh.
So I can only agree with I talk too much. Alright.
Well, can I just say, I like how he used the disclaimer as a point to complain about game mechanics and is using his author's notes, which he doesn't need to write anyways, but he writes author's notes and he uses those as a place to start talking about politics. That's good. That's a good place to start talking about that.
I agree with Blake. I do agree with two things in the author's notes. That he talks too much and on with the plot.
On with the plot, yeah.
You're not going to say that once you actually hear the plot.
Okay. Wow.
Alright, here we go. Chapter 1, Alone. And here it is, about the most angsty opening you'll ever hear to any fanfiction.
Okay.
Here we go. Alright. Damp, bruised, wasted, broken, alone. What do these words all have in common? They all describe how I feel right now, or rather how I felt my whole life.
Hold on one sec. I'm about to... Let me just... I'm looking for... here's my lighter. Okay, I'm gonna just light this cigarette and put it out on my skin. Alright. Oh god! Keep going. Okay, go ahead.
Here is sit on this cold sidewalk, besides the streets of Tokyo 2.
Tokyo 2.
Tokyo Ta. Oh. Shrouded by darkness and covered by rain. I had a street light to keep me company an hour ago. I think I've lost my sense of time, but it burnt out.
Hold on, is this about to become a story where they ship Beat and a streetlight? Because that's gonna be great.
Yeah. I'm just about ready to do the same.
Oh yeah.
That opening is just so much angst.
Now I'm cutting myself.
Oh.
My parents just don't understand me.
Nintendo Nerd 4287 presents Stories to Cut Yourself To.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me keep reading.
A skill donut protection.
How did I get here? Good question. My troubles started when I was in 6th grade.
The hardest years of our life. Middle school.
I remember that it was my 12th birthday. I woke up in the morning excited to go to school for once, ready for the day ahead of me. I expected my locker to be ridiculously decorated, and to finally be able to claim my prize from the prize bin.
Prize bin? How does birthdays work?
The prize bin.
Oh, and don't forget...
that dreaded prize bin.
And don't forget the whole lunchroom singing in celebration of your birth. Yup, it was gonna be a great day.
I don't think any kid would want, like, the whole school to just drop
everything
to sing for his birthday.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
I got dressed and ate breakfast as fast as I could so that I could get to school quicker. Dad was already gone for work, which was typical for him.
Typical dad, never paying attention to his kids.
Mom had these sad-looking, tired eyes that worried me, but after all, she was Mom. I'm sure she was fine.
Mom can be tired and sad like me.
She drove me to school like always, never forgetting to shower me with love.
Okay, at least not showering you with water like she's just showering you herself. That'd be weird.
I walked through the familiar doors of Tokyo Ta Elementary expecting a special welcome. No one welcomed me.
Those sons of bitches!
I walked to my locker hoping to see it shining with glitter and balloons. But yet again, I was surprised to see it plain and uniform.
I'm sorry guys, I'm crying a little.
A few of my...
What kind of school did this guy go to? Like, anyone. If schools, like, celebrated your lockers and stuff for your birthday, please post in the comments, because ours didn't.
No, ours did occasionally when you had friends who would do that for you. I never did that for you fuckers.
Most kids' shitty lives start before middle school.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little torn up because something similar happened to me when I was in 7th grade and nobody remembered my birthday. And my life is ruined.
I'm
sorry,
on to
bro.
A story, but I'll save it.
I'm sorry,
bro. Oh my god, what the fuck?
A few of my friends had formed a little circle in the hallway outside my classroom door.
They're sacrificing a goat.
As I approached, someone finally took notice.
Hey, Pete, want to help sacrifice the goat?
It's hard to take notice of someone when you're still, like, a hallway away from them.
Yeah. Oh, someone finally took notice of me. God.
When I walked up to them and I was there, actually, in their vicinity.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete, what's up?
What's up? Oh, you know, my so-called friend who I've known for 8 years doesn't even remember that this day 12 years ago I blessed the world with awesome by entering it. That's what's up.
So is Beat supposed to be, like, really, really egotistical?
Arrogant? A complete cockbag? Well, he's
like, like literally clinically narcissistic?
Yeah, he's a complete cockbag. He's obviously a self-insert.
Is this friend that he's known for 8 years gonna have a name?
No.
No. He doesn't take the time to learn people's names, okay? Because they're not worthy of him.
Besides,
for 8 years, he just walked up and he was like, "Hey, friend, how's it going?"
Hey, dude.
Yeah, Pete's a
Hey, Pete, are you gonna learn my name sometime
It's
soon?
David.
No,
David. Fuck you, David. I don't give a fuck.
All
I'm
right,
gonna forget in the
friend,
next
I'll
5
see you
minutes.
later.
Not much. That's what actually came out of my mouth, though. I said nothing and hoped that he would remember his folly later in the day.
Some people think that I have a god complex. I am God.
All right, kids, come on inside. The bell is about to ring.
It's an interesting voice for a female teacher.
I should really read these beforehand.
It should have been...
All right, kids, come on inside. The bell is about to ring.
Should have been Mer Steve Eagle.
Yeah, where's Steve Eagle?
My teacher called us from her desk. After we all got in our seats and the bell sang its usual morning song, she got up from her seat and faced us all with a smile.
Now I have a very special announcement to make.
Finally.
The unrealistic expectations I have are about to be met.
Thanks to all your donations.
Oh my god.
Did the class actually buy me something?
We will be having a pizza party next week.
Sigh.
Oh my god, I can't believe everyone else gets something and I get it too, but it's not my birthday present. Shit.
The class cheered. The day went on as usual. My special day was left out of the morning announcements. No one signed me a card. No one sang for me at lunchtime. I never got to pick out something from the prize bin.
Prize bin!
I felt too ashamed to tell anyone, even my teacher. Children laughed and played. My friends and I were drifting apart.
Drifting apart? Oh my god, they forgot your birthday.
I'm going to break real quick.
You know
the reason everyone forgot his birthday is because the very first day he went to school, his very first birthday while he was in school, he just expected people to celebrate it. He's never actually told anybody where it is.
Right. And you know what?
Actually, so I've been holding on to a personal story, and I'm just gonna save it now. I feel this kid's pain. I know how it feels. There was a kid at school with the same birthday as mine, and he, like, I remember one year when they mentioned it was his birthday and then didn't mention it was mine. And I was like, what? But I didn't, like, get devastated by it.
You and your friends didn't drift apart? You didn't end up damp, bruised, wasted, broken, and alone, about to burn out?
I mean, we didn't have a prize bin that I couldn't muster up the courage to get something out of either.
Wait, what kind of, like, middle school has a prize bin anyway? That sounds like something you have in, like, a kindergarten.
See, if I were running that middle school and there was a prize bin, there would be, like, 10 prizes in there at any given time and, like, 2 piranhas. It'd be great.
Alright, yeah, let me keep going. When the bell rang, signifying the end of the day, I felt utterly and completely alone. I sat on the bench in front of the school, patiently waiting for my mother to pick me up. She was late. She had never been late before. I took off me backpack and unzipped it.
I took off me backpack,
and unzipped it, smiling as I...
It's not even close to my... Why are people having so much trouble with this?
I want to sort of do it, the rest of it in that voice. I took off me backpack and unzipped it, smiling as I pulled out me radio-transmitting, ear-blasting headphones given to me for Christmas a few years back. I'm sorry. Can we find a pirate story? I want to do that voice more.
Okay, we'll look.
No matter how I felt, music was my escape. I had an MP3 player that I used when my parents were around. However, when away from adults, I would listen to a radio station that was sure to give me a spanking if they found out.
What?
The radio station would give you a spanking?
Maybe you shouldn't listen to a radio station. I mean, unless you're into that, but you're in middle school, so most people...
You're 12, yeah.
Yeah.
Jet Set Radio, an underground pirate radio station that blasted non-stop funk, the radical music revolution that was run by none other than Professor K. Every time I hear the rhythm of the beat, it echoes through my soul. My mind becomes mush, and then I write fan fiction.
Oh my god, Dude, don't stop, I'm about to...
Don't stop, I've opened up Microsoft Word.
My feelings become static. All I can feel is the beat. When the beat is all I feel, dancing is all I can do.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Man, what a great line.
This has to be the most embarrassing thing. If on my 12th birthday I stood in front of my school and danced to music no one else could hear...
Oh yeah, well wait till you hear the kind of dancing he does. Let me read this. So I danced. I danced like no one could stop me. I danced like I was on top of the world and nothing could ever drag me down. I popped and locked, hip-hopped and dropped. I feel like it was my calling, meaning and reason for life.
I was twerking on the pole...
On the street lamp.
On the street lamp. I love you, street lamp good. Oh, that's his mom, so I guess. Yeah. Peter!
Gosh, Peter!
I don't know what voice.
God, I almost had a heart attack. My mom called me from the car and I quickly ran to turn off my headphones and put them away, grabbing my backpack and heading towards the side door. The car ride was silent. Mother didn't say anything after that. The car ride was silent, and I was almost glad.
Just keep
the
saying
car
it.
ride was silent. Oh.
How silent
Sorry.
was it?
The car ride was silent. Oh.
Okay, just making sure.
My feelings came back, and I didn't feel like sharing about my day at all. When we got home, I ran upstairs to my room, fully planning to numb my head again. Before I could put my headphones on, I heard yelling from the kitchen. My mom was extremely angry at my dad, and she kept mentioning something about Dad cheating. Like cheating at cards or something? I don't know. Dad,
wait,
you're
so
12,
is he still 12 or what? Like,
I think he's secretly like just 5 years old. Prize bins, glitter decorated lockers.
Yeah. Jesus.
Dancing in public like that.
Yeah.
Dad yelled back that she was boring and stuff. Maybe he wanted to make the game more interesting.
You're boring and stuff.
He is 5 years old. You're boring and gross and
something about you cheating. Yeah, well, you're boring and stuff.
Maybe he wanted to make. I like this. Maybe he wanted to make the game more interesting. He's still going with this card game. Then.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sick. We only play Go Fish. I hate Go Fish. Can't we ever play poker?
Like even war would be better.
I hate Go Fish. She's like, well, of course you don't like it. You always cheat at it.
You always lose.
No, he's cheating, you know?
Yeah.
Go Fish. Let's see. I was scared. I didn't like their anger. I heard some naughty words come out of their mouths that I was taught to never, ever say.
Fuck.
Cock!
Fuck balls.
bitch.
I could take no more. I sat in the dark corner of my room and confided in the sweet, melodious voice of the professor.
Wait,
but no matter how great,
he confided in the sweet. So he was speaking in the sweet, melodious voice of the professor.
But no matter how great the beat got, I was too saddened to even tap my feet. My 12th birthday was the day where everything in my life changed. Soon after my parents divorced, and I was told that I had to switch between 2 different schools during the year to spend time with my parents at their separate houses.
That's not how divorce works.
My mother had to get a full-time job, leaving me to find transportation to school and anywhere else I wanted to go. I changed myself to get noticed through middle school in 9th grade.
Oh my God.
Finally. He changed his own diapers for once.
For once in his life, he figured maybe if I wanted to be noticed, I should do things to be noticed instead of expecting everybody else to notice me on my own.
I tried a joint. I took that sip of booze.
Booze!
I kissed that girl when I wasn't completely thinking straight.
Kiss that girl!
He kissed a girl and he liked it. He wasn't thinking straight, you know?
Oh
I fell, and I fell hard.
Oh man, how hard is trying a joint?
Yeah, I've been trying a joint, taking that sip of booze, kissing that
You
girl.
know what? No, he left out him ODing on heroin or some shit.
Yeah.
All of this. Mom fell into a depression so deep that she didn't even care what happened to me. Dad never cared. Well, you know, I mean, Daddy's alright. You know, Mommy's alright and Daddy's alright. They just get a little weary.
Yeah.
When I stayed...
So,
I'm sorry.
This guy is sitting here, like, typing up his autobiography, his manifesto, chain smoking, or what. No, he's not even. He's just sitting here, like, shaking, remembering all the horrible times where he tried that joint and kissed that girl and just, like, shuddering to the very darkness of his core.
Dude, I nearly... Oh my God, I can't believe he would just demean his experience like this. He nearly got cooties from kissing that girl.
Is he still 12?
You know, when I stayed with her, that is Mom, I had to deal with her whining. Your
whining.
mom? His mom has depression, has to work a full-time job. She had to divorce her husband because he was cheating. And he's like, oh my God, she's always whining.
You know what?
What a complete cock.
His 12th birthday wasn't all that it was cracked up to be in his stupid expectations. And we have to deal with his whining.
When I stayed with Dad, I winced. I ignored the throbbing throughout my body where my father had unleashed his anger. The rain soothed the bruises, but stung the cuts. My arms ached and my stomach curled. My waterproof backpack kept everything that was important to me safe. 2 outfits, some food, and my headphones.
That's quite a large backpack.
I ran away and left everything else behind. The memories brought back feelings more painful than the recent beating I had taken. Sadly, I will never be able to let them go.
Okay, hold on. physical abuse,
Yeah.
that's serious. You could have written that story about that instead of your fucking birthday.
They didn't decorate my locker with glitter when I was 12.
Also, I got beat. What?
Yeah.
I stared up into the sky, yearning for hope. Hope for a family, and hope for a future.
Rain hit me right in the eye, and I was blinded.
Then I looked at that light again. I sighed and closed my eyes to rest, my body beginning to feel numb. Would this be my fate?
It'll always be me and you, Streetlight Kun.
Me.
Forever?
Streetlight Kun. Forever.
Ahem. Would this be my fate? Forever to be alone.
That's not a sentence.
Finishing notes?
I slowly pressed my tongue against its metal post.
I love this. Finishing notes. Please R&R. I would really appreciate it.
All right, so that was...
And there's the end.
So that was Chapter 1 alone, and Chapter 2 is up, nowhere to be found.
Like I said, I don't even know how that would continue anywhere.
Yeah, where would that go?
Also,
I guess it was about him forming the GGs,
also,
so he'd, actually form the GGs next time.
Also, it's rated M?
Yeah. For birthday parties. Also for
trigger warning: friends not noticing you until you actually show up. And
also,
hear them.
It's also rated M
because not being
decorated. Because of, fetish. Narrator X Streetlight.
OTP.
I was thinking about what you were saying, yeah, about the physical abuse, and thinking about it, he just summarized that part. He went into so much less detail.
He really,
so it's all of this pointless shit he drags us through, and then on something that could actually mean something. It's just
good writers can go into that kind of detail and make us feel like serious emotions for their experiences, or even if it's not even if it's a fictional story. This guy just didn't even try. Maybe he did try first draft and then he went, no, that's no good. But you can't replace physical abuse with a fucking missed birthday.
Yeah.
That would be if I was trying to write a story about how gritty my life has been, and the two events that I mentioned, one in great detail and the other one in not so great detail, were the time that I tripped over my shoelaces and the time I got raped. You can't do that. That's not good.
Yeah.
You can't. It's apples and oranges. God damn it. Well, that was... This is his story.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Fuck! God damn it. Abuse? Son of a bitch.